Postmaster Bhavish are now involved.
As he opened the door and he entered his workspace, it was just like any other Monday. Somebody at the corner was laughing, smiling. These people were greeting each other, welcoming, just like any other Monday that has been in the past. And as he was walking towards his designated space, the seat he used to sit, there was nobody who wished him well. Nobody asked him how his weekend was. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever felt, or you feel right now, that you're not being understood or being supported by anyone around you? Well, okay. Now the next thing that I would like to ask you is, could you consider that there could be a hidden agenda for you to be alone? Could there be a possibility that you're meant to be a lone wolf? Could there be a universal plan to it? There is a good possibility. See, what is a lone wolf? Wolves are supposed to live in a pack. But accidentally or incidentally, if a wolf is thrown out, dejected, from its tribe, it does not die. It starts to prepare itself to be able to survive on its own. Chapter number 1, establishment of an identity. I would like to consider taking Karna as an example because that's my favorite character, and in Mahabharata after Krishna, he is the most sought after character. Abandoned by his own mother, brought up in a family that he did not belong to, and the family he did belong to did not accept him. Ridiculed, criticized, misconstrued all throughout his life, and also being called a charioteer's son. Can you fathom the internal turmoil that he must have gone through throughout his life? What did he do? Did he give up? No, he did not. He decided that he wanted to be a king and a great warrior. What all do I need to become a great warrior? I need to have not just knowledge, but mastery over subjects such as weaponry. I have to have a knowledge of Vedas. I need to have knowledge of politics. And I noted down all the things that I want to work on myself. You see, a lone wolf, when it starts to survive on its own, when it decides that I don't want any dependencies on anyone else, it needs something which is called as an intrinsic motivation. You can also call it survival motivation. I'm going to survive on my own. That's building up of your identity. Chapter number 2, formation of this identity. When you are surviving in a jungle, what is that one thing that you need to know as a wolf? You need to understand who your friends and foes are. And let me ask you a rhetorical question. Who do you think is your closest friend and your worst enemy? Because it's a rhetorical question, I'm going to answer you back. It is your mindset. Do you either have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? What sort of friendly thoughts are getting into you, and what sort of bad negative thoughts are you trying to avoid that does not get into you? Karna, so when you set up a goal, you have to mentally concrete it so that you know where you're going, where your destination is. Karna told to himself, he said to himself, no obstacle is going to stop me. That is something which I've concreted. This is who I want to be. This is who I am from now on, and this is how I'm going to act every single day, regardless of what obstacles comes to me. One of the examples is, he went to Guru Dronacharya and asked that I want to learn this, how to activate Brahmastra. Obviously, Guru Dronacharya was all inclined towards Arjuna to be the greatest warrior. He refused. So what did he do? What did Karna do? He did not give up. He went to Lord Parshurama, did not reveal his identity, and learned all the skill set that he needed to learn. No obstacles are going to stop him. Chapter number 3. You need to give a structure to your identity. That is something which is like building up of your character. Now that we have formed our identity, we have understood what we need to be. Okay, so in order for you to be able to survive your identity, you need to understand what you need to do, what you do not need to do. Where do you need to be silent? Where do you need to speak up? In front of whom do you absorb certain things? And in front of whom do you give in the shit back? You need to have that sort of concrete understanding of your own self. Also, what you need is that ego does not take over you. When Karna was not allowed, he was not considered eligible to participate in Draupadi's Swayamvar. What did he do? He stepped back silently. Why did he do that? Because it was not the right time. When the time is right, your success will speak for itself. He went to, also what you need to do is you need to keep your ego in control, because that will swift away you from your chosen path. When he was gifted the kingdom of Anga, when Duryodhan gifted him the kingdom of Anga, he did not go back to Guru Dronacharya or Kripacharya and say, he said that you know, you did not accept me and see what I am today. There is no boasting here. He did not do that. All we need to do is get in there, put in our best efforts and just do our job. Karna was not about boasting, he just wanted to be a great warrior. Now the question that you might be asking is, why did Karna have to go through all of this trouble throughout his life, and why are certain things taken away from us? Why are we alone? Now the answer to that would be, Karna, all throughout his youth, wanted only one thing. Only one thing. Can you guess out what that was?
Respect.
Recognition. Donation.
All he wanted was the blessings and love from his Guru, which was automatically and biasly given to Arjuna, because he was Guru Dronacharya was all inclined towards Arjuna. What did Karna do? He practiced his archery skills, his weaponry skills day and night so as to impress his Guru. In this whole process, in that deprivation, in that scarcity, in that hunger for love, he found himself to be the greatest warrior possible. So if you are alone, mind you, there could be a universal plan. Maybe you are supposed to be a lone wolf. Maybe you're supposed to be the best version of yourself. Thank you very much.